Hey, what's up you guys? This is me, Nisi of Spoil Me Nisi, back with another video. So I wanted to make a video just to follow up with my last video that was about the show Good Girls, season 1 and season 2. Season 3 came out I guess sometime last year, but I wanted to like pretty much binge season 1 and 2 so that I can give my take on all of it in time for season 4 to come out next month. From what I saw online, season 4 comes out on March 7th on NBC. So I might watch it as it gets released, you know, weekly, or I might just wait for it to come out on Netflix. I'm not sure which one I'm going to do yet, but whatever I do, I'm certainly going to record my take on it on this channel. If you haven't already gotten into Good Girls, or if you're like, I guess, behind, this video is going to have some spoilers. So let's get into it. So I thought season 3 of Good Girls was pretty good. I think that it certainly was better than season 2. It started out pretty much action-packed. You know, that guy Rhea, he's certainly a lot smarter than what I at least thought that he was, and he is definitely a lot more sinister because, you know, he came up with a plan to pretty much get that FBI agent killed, which he did. So that FBI agent pretty much dying at the beginning of the episode gave the 3 girls, Beth, Annie, and Ruby, like a false sense of security. But now we find out towards the end of this season that even though that FBI agent has passed away, there are 2 new FBI agents on their tracks, and they seem to be a lot smarter than the previous one. So I think the girls are certainly in some trouble there. And if you saw my previous video, you would know I'm really not rooting for them. I think they are like the worst main characters of a show that I've seen in a long time. So I'm very hopeful, not for our main characters, but for the FBI agents. In my last video, I know I explained that Annie, you know, in season 1 and season 2, you know, she's pretty much like a train wreck. I started out in season 1 really being team Annie. Season 2, not so much. Season 3, I feel like she's like redeeming herself a little bit. She's improving. Her life is like improving, you know. She's getting therapy, even though it was her ex that wanted her to get it. You know, she's following through with it. Had some hiccups there, you know, having the hots for the therapist and all. But you really see Annie kind of getting it together. She's getting her GED, making strides with her sister. She's not even making a whole lot of mistakes like she did in season 2 anymore. So I thought that was really nice about this season, seeing Annie really like step her game up. It is kind of the only thing that's like sad to see about her stepping her game up is that they're getting closer and closer to either getting killed by Rhea or going to jail. You know, so it was like she's taking all of these strides and living a life of crime, so she may not even get to like enjoy the fruits of her improvement, I guess. I did, you know, like and dislike that aspect of a show, but you know, it's pretty realistic in that sense. Next we have Beth. I made it very clear in my previous video that I do not like Beth. I didn't like her in season 1, didn't like her in season 2, don't like her in season 3. One thing when I compare the 2 sisters, Beth and Annie, I feel like while Annie is not the best mom, I feel like Beth acts like she's like mom of the year or something like that, but really she's brought her whole family down. You know, like her actions, like, you know, it was her fault that her innocent co-worker got killed. You know, she always comes up with these ideas to get these innocent people involved, and it always turns out badly for those individuals. And that's something that I really cannot stand about Beth's character. I think that when her co-worker got killed because of her, and then she tried to cover it up by telling the co-worker's boyfriend that the co-worker just left. I thought that was really evil of her. She might have done it with good intentions, but I don't know, Annie's character in the show, it's almost as though like she's choosing this criminal lifestyle, but she doesn't really quite understand that she's in a criminal lifestyle. You know, she's still trying to like use regular world actions while in this, you know, dark world that she has, you know, included herself in. And honestly, I think that Beth is going to get either her husband killed or something's going to happen to one of her kids. You know, things are like really starting to heat up with her and that guy, Rhea. You know, her husband's already been shot by him, almost got killed by him. You know, she and her husband, you know, come up with a plan to open up, I guess, this place to sell hot tubs and stuff like that. But Rhea was part of that plan as well at this point. You know, me personally, I don't know. I see Rhea hurting her husband like really badly. You know, at first in season 1, you're like, oh, you know, he cheated on her. You have a certain view of her husband. But now, after everything that Beth has done, I think we as the viewers can get over her husband cheating on her at this point. Because at this point, she's put her husband in danger, herself in danger, her kids in danger. She brought her kids to a crack house. Like, she did all this stuff. And now in season 3, like she and Rio don't even have like a friendship anymore. He legit wants to kill her. And he'll kill people that are close to her, which we know that because of what he did to her coworker. So, I don't know. That's my take on her. I hope that Beth is the first one to go to jail, honestly. I think she's quite awful. Next we have Ruby. Ruby Tuesdays. Yeah, kind of cheesy, I know. But yeah, Ruby. So season 1 and in the beginning of season 2, I was so pro Ruby. I cannot stand Ruby now. She is the absolute worst. She does the most. She's a part of that criminal lifestyle. You know, she's running after these girls, doing all of this stuff. You know, it was her fault that her husband's dreams got just taken down. You know, at this point in the show, what I hope for Ruby, I hope her husband divorces her so that he can get on with his life. You know, she said that he had a dream of being a police officer since he was 3 years old. But the thing that's so sad is that dream was crushed because of her actions. You know, it's almost as though she's still saying, I'm doing all this for our daughter. I'm doing all this for our daughter. But there are other ways. And her husband was in a position where there were other options available to them. At this point in the show, it does kind of feel like she's just trying to be down with those 2 crazy women that she runs with, honestly. And the only person that seems to be getting the crappy end of the stick is her husband. Now her daughter is a criminal. You know, now her husband's a criminal. Now it's almost like a domino effect. You know, Ruby's action has brought her family down so far that now they're not an honest family anymore. It's almost as though like she's like the rotten apple of the bunch, you know, in the show. And I think it's just like awful. And then she has her nerve to get mad at her daughter for stealing and get mad at her husband. And it's just like, she's a hypocrite. You know, it's like, you get it. She wants better for her kids and her husband than what she's doing. But you have to lead by example. You know, she doesn't want her husband to be head of household and take on, you know, the alpha male role of the house to take care of everything. You know, she wants it to be equal. Well, part of being at the top of that is setting a good example, and she's not setting one. You know, so to see her like walk around the show and like make her daughter feel bad, you know, she's pretty harsh on her daughter, and make her husband feel bad. Meanwhile, her daily life, like every single day, she's helping these girls kidnap somebody. She's making counterfeit money. You know, she's stealing, robbing stores. You know, she even got shot. You know, it's just like, you know, in the end, you know, I would like to see all of the girls go to jail, but somehow I think that out of all the girls, whatever is going to happen in the end of the show will most likely be worse to Ruby, because so far in the show, Ruby and her husband has had the worst effects of this lifestyle than the rest of the girls. But I don't know. We'll see. So yeah, I guess I like it. I know in my previous video, I wasn't even sure if I even liked the show, but you know, I like it. I think it's a well-written show. I think that if you haven't already gotten into it, you probably should. If you enjoy a good crime show, you know, if you're a fan of like watching like crime movies, crime shows, just because of like the adrenaline and the action and all that, I think you'd really enjoy this show, because it's not sad, you know. They add a lot of humor to it, so it becomes really funny. It's kind of lighthearted, you know. So all in all, I do think that it's a very good show, and I like it. I mean, on a scale of 1 to 10, I think in the previous video that I made, I gave it an 8. I think in this video, I'll up it up to about a 9. I think the show is really good. But, you know, usually in shows like this, I end up rooting for the main character, you know, just like in the show Power. I root for Ghost, even though he's like a hardened criminal. But in this show, I'm not rooting for the main characters at all. I'm rooting for their families to get away from them, and I'm rooting for the feds to take them down because they're like horrible women. So yeah, that is a wrap for this video. The next season starts on March 7th, as I said earlier, on NBC. So I'll be doing videos about that, God willing. I'm not sure if I'm gonna wait for the show to come out entirely on Netflix or if I'm gonna watch it weekly, but either way, whatever it is that I choose to do, you guys will know about it. I'll make some videos, God willing. So in the meantime, if you haven't already done so, please make sure that you subscribe to this channel and hit the notification button so that you'll know when I make new videos. I have another video coming out tonight. I believe we have another season of Married at First Sight starting tonight. I'm so excited about that. If you guys noticed, I'm a very big fan of the show, so I'm very excited about that. I haven't gotten into the Australia one yet. I have to do that, but when I do, you guys will know about it because I will record about it on this channel. So yeah, subscribe to this channel and hit the notification button so that you'll know when I post videos. If you like this video, please hit the like button. If you have any comments about the show, please let me know. I love a good conversation about my content. And until next time, peace.